Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to some more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I'm the Nuffer Dog, and welcome back to some more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess again. Last time we went through the Lost Woods and got into the Temple of Time, which is the 6th dungeon. Arc. Don't you think there's something odd about that statue? In the grove and in the temple entry, there were always matching ones on each side, but there's only one here. Why don't you use your senses to take a look around? Yeah, kind of an unnecessary thing, but she wants us to transform into a wolf, and we can see, somehow, that there used to be a statue here. We need to find the other statue in this temple that matches this one. This is sort of the big gimmick of this temple, is finding the matching statue. So, there's this big staircase around the edge here. To be able to access it, want to just put that little statue, so cute, there, to open up these. Enjoy the statue place. Okay, I'm sorry. I just can't resist. I wind up making Soviet Russia jokes about anything and everything. And this will get us a chest, I believe. I forget whether or not it is mandatory. Could be a small key, could be a piece of heart. I did not think to look at whether the door up there was locked or not. You got a key. Okay. I kind of wish they would be consistent sometimes about what type of chests they put small keys in. So here's Uku. Not so fast. At last, this is it. This is where I've been trying to get to. The ancient technology of our people sleeps in this place. We've searched all over, and now we're so close I can smell it. Once we find that thing, we can go home at last. So gracious, yes. Young man, we're so close, so please help us find what we're looking for. And we will get Uku again. Yes. So we can use her as usual. And yes, indeed, this door's locked. So, obviously that small key was mandatory. I mean, they always are. But it's mandatory right away, instead of, for instance, mandatory in a later room. One thing about this temple you'll notice, it's got a lot of spider enemies. Some of which are kind of creepy. This is a claw shot thing, but that's just for, it's not a switch, it's just a panel you can claw shot, so that's just for getting back out of it. So these jars are important because we can use them to put on switches. And that's going to open all of these gates. We got some arrows, which we don't actually need, you'll see in a minute. So this is a bit of a puzzle here. This gate activates, it closes when this switch is activated and the other gates are open. So we have to destroy the pot with a ranged weapon to get through. So that's why they give us arrows, but we can just destroy the pot with the claw shot or Gale Boomerang, doesn't matter. Here's a Lizalfus. Or a Dinalfus. I don't know. Because there were also those enemies in the Goron Mines that I was also calling Lizalfus. I don't know. Pretty sure these guys are Lizalfus, but maybe they're Dinalfus. Who knows, really? I guess the creators of the game know. I could ask the Zelda designer guy. You're not letting me use a jump strike. You guys are dicks. That's why I killed both of you. You're dicks. Really? See, that can be a problem with the backslice. Sometimes the roll will actually take you too far, and you'll overshoot and just come back around to the front. This statue is actually an enemy here. It comes to life when we get close. And I got out bombs, but I don't think we actually need bombs for this guy. This is one enemy where the backslice is very useful, but once again, you can often overshoot, which can sometimes lead to you just stepping right into his axe or hammer or whatever it is and getting hit. But after you hit him a few times, he does that, so you want to get away from him, because A, that's dangerous, and B, he's about to explode. And chest. But what is in this chest? I do not know. You told me that a chest open you. I just can't resist, really. You got the dungeon map! In Soviet Russia, map read you. Okay. I know it's ridiculous and not really funny even, but come on, people. So, this is a very vertically oriented dungeon. It has a heck of a lot of floors, 8 of them, but each floor is quite small. And it tends to be based around large circular hub rooms with a couple branching paths off them. You got a red ruby! And a bat. You got a bat! Right. This should be pretty simple. I'm assuming this does not have something where we have to destroy a jar again, so I'm just going to use these statues for the switches. Statues are kind of a big theme in this dungeon, and you will see why they're very important very soon. Really? Get on the switch. There we go. In Soviet Russia, switch press here. I don't think I will stop. Ever! Alright, here we come to another large circular hub room. This one's probably more of a hub than the other rooms, because it's actually 3 floors tall, whereas the other major rooms like this are only 1 or 2. These are Bhima statues, just like the ones in the Goron mines, just look a bit different. I think we might be able to destroy... No. I think there is something later that lets us destroy them, but it's not the ball and chain. Because the ball and chain isn't later, we already have that, and it has to do the you got a yellow rupee thing. Fun. Hey, speaking of ball and chain, how do you like the ball and chain? Well, that seemed pretty effective. Okay. He's not 2-hit killed by the ball and chain. 3-hit? No? Well, the ball and chain is not very effective, since we can't hit him while he's down with it. And it takes 4 hits. That's pretty darn slow, gotta say. We cannot claw shot up to there, only to get out. Yes, the sword is much more effective on you. Oh, hey. How dare you sneak up on me? I will split your helm. Yeah, you heard me. Alrighty, and here's a couple more of these guys. I kind of like these dungeons when they give you lots of tougher enemies to fight, because that's where combat is the most fun, is when you've got, very tough enemies that are more of a match for you individually, that you can, you know, unload hidden skills on and all that. Aw, yeah, had to get too close before I could mortal draw him, and then he hit anchor. Love it when Link does that. He sometimes does that if you've defeated all the enemies in the area, and then you, sheath your sword. Sheaths it like a boss. Spinner use blasphemy! Yeah, there's a couple token opportunities to use the spinner in this dungeon. Not much. Let's see. Push it this way. Which way does it go? This is an elevator, sort of like the one in Arbiter's Grounds, only more technological. Here's a ton of these creepy little baby spiders. I don't think there's anything we can do down here yet. There's a purpose to this little area later, but not right now. Oh wait, actually we do need to come down here just to pick up this statue. We need this statue. Again, statues, very important in this dungeon. I guess today I'm going to be recording episode 40. This is going to be a much longer LP than Metroid Prime, but I expected that this would be longer. This is a pretty long game. But this is... Once we complete this dungeon, we will be 2/3 of the way through in terms of dungeons, but I think we've already reached that point in terms of actual game length. Do we want to push it up again? Is that what this is? No, we can't push it up again. Just gotta pull it down. Oh, I remember. See, we need 2 of these statues to progress, and I had forgotten where the other one was briefly. So we gotta be very careful on this area around here. The statue weighing us down makes us move a little more slowly, but we've got those little blades coming through. One on each side, and they're going in opposite directions. Come on! I didn't even see the other one go past. Why is the other one moving so much more slowly? Bleh. Well, anyway, here's the switches. Computer, don't sleep on me. Alrighty. And here's the other statue you probably noticed. Maybe not. I don't know. You could be doing something else while you watch this episode, in which case you very likely did not notice. And now we want to go on here quickly before it goes up, because we can't climb up, because it goes up to the level of... Yeah, you get it. Come in here. Do I remember what's in here? Not fully. Partially. Alright. There's 2 of these Arma statues. That is what they're called. We know this from previous games. Since this game decides to not be helpful and not tell us the names of enemies, I like knowing the names of enemies. I mean, it's handy when you're doing a Let's Play and you have to talk about them, so sue me. I don't know. Grr. Haha! Don't hit me with your axe or hammer or whatever the hell it is. Some blunt weapon. I guess really if you were using an axe, you wouldn't want it to be blunt, you would want an axe to be sharp, but... this is based on Elder Scrolls logic, calling an axe a blunt weapon. Or Oblivion logic, I guess. There's a small key, so that's why that room was important. There will be other things, at least one other thing, maybe 2, that we can come in here for later. One other thing, I think. And there's also some rupees there. I didn't give away my rupees before entering this dungeon. I think we're going to fill them up pretty quickly. I might actually... I'll do it off camera, but I might actually leave and give away my rupees at some point in this dungeon. Unless, of course, I wind up finding some random crap along the way, like golden bugs and Poes, which I'll probably throw in the video, as I tend to do. So, with that key, we can unlock this door. This is another one of those long tunnel-like rooms that leads up to another large circular room. Noticing a pattern here? Bemis. Is that like a weird lighting effect? It looks like his head is transparent or something. This is an interesting room. What you have to do here is, this room is based around shooting this crystal, which changes the position of these gates. See, they slide. Oh, okay, it slides the other way, so, oh well. See, we have these holes in the fences made for us to shoot the crystal through. Stand here, shoot it to move that gate back into position, back into its original position so that we can get through. Probably want to kill this Bemis again, because Bemis are annoying. Ow, come on! Why can't I hit you today? There we go. And now, I guess I see, we get this first. And it's doing that, so maybe this is the compass? Yep! You got the compass! Check the map screen to look for them. So now we can see all the different chests that we've missed in this dungeon. Actually, we haven't missed any in the rooms we've been in. There's one later in this room. Oh, there was one down there, but I don't think we can get that yet. We need the item from this dungeon. And there's chests in the floors above us. Not that many chests in this dungeon, really. And now we want to shoot this crystal again. And that will move that back gate, so that we can progress in Soviet Russia. Switch. Yeah, you know, I really want to stop because it's not really original or particularly funny in most cases, but I can't. Because in Soviet Russia, joke make you. Honestly, how did you not see that coming? So here, this room is based around a similar puzzle, same basic gimmick. I always keep calling things gimmick, and I feel like that word has kind of negative connotation, but usually I don't think these things that I call gimmicks are really bad things. Okay, this Lazalphus, or Dinalphus, or whatever the hell he is armored. He's a lot tougher, and he also gets up quicker. is preventing us from using a finishing blow on it. Ending blow. I always call it a finishing blow because it says finish. But it's technically called ending blow. Shoot this again. Did I miss? I guess so. Ding! Oh. Derpy control stick almost made me run into that electric or laser or whatever it is wall that hurts you if you touch it. Wow, you actually let me use a jump strike? Okay. Didn't exactly let me, but it's kind of close. I'm trying to shield attack him because that's a good way to stun him if you can get him with good timing. Aw, really? You're gonna be like that? So practically the only way to kill this guy's helm splitters, maybe back slices. Yeah, you can hit him with just about anything if you have the right timing, but it's a pretty quick window. So they're a lot tougher than the other ones. Mortal Draw would probably also work on them, but you'd have to be very careful about it. I love that dinging sound, it's so satisfying. Although it's not quite as good as the Xbox achievement sound. Love that sound. Anyway. That chest was in there, we missed it, we can't get it yet. Have to have a later item. Also, spiders. Another room with much spiders. But something that sends shockwaves on the ground would be very effective on taking out these armies of baby spiders, wouldn't you say? These tiny things really creep me out. One giant monster is a lot less scary to me than a whole bunch of tiny creeping things, even though I'm not really scared of bugs. I'm more just annoyed by them in real life, with very few exceptions. Like the giant ant problem we have in our kitchen. But these guys are good. So, can anyone guess what the boss of this dungeon is gonna be like? I wouldn't dare spoil it for you guys, I'd just hint extremely heavily at it. Hey, that emblem on the floor is like one of the medallions from Ocarina of Time. Interesting. I think this is just an optional chest that you get if you kill all the spiders, but it's got money in it, so that's always nice, even if we're gonna fill up our money in this dungeon quickly, and yeah. This isn't really that long of a dungeon. It's got a fair number of big rooms, it's got a lot of floors, but there are just not very many rooms. So here's kind of an interesting puzzle. We've got this pair of scales, and we have to tip the scales in our favor, if you will. We have to pick statues up and, like, throw them onto the opposite scale to, get them to even out so that we can go across, that sort of thing. We'll do a little more with that later. You might also notice there's, like, a claw shot point here and some spinner track up there. Again, stuff we'll do later, after we come back through here again. Because basically in this dungeon, you sort of gotta go up to the top and then gradually climb back down after getting the item. This Bemis is ignoring me. It's nice that I'm not getting hurt, but I'd also like to be able to hit him. So it seems like these little blades all move at the same speed, so the ones in the middle go around the circle much faster than the ones on the outside, so they wind up all getting out of sync. Oh, these guys are proving pretty easy, aren't they? This guy's the helmet on. That doesn't really do a whole lot for him. Maybe makes his head a little more resilient to helm splitters, I don't know. Okay, this room is full of death traps. What's in here? I'm not really sure. A key! Well, very good. Arrows, perhaps? No? No. Okay. Narrowly avoided the rolling thing, and just picked up 3 hearts with 1 sword slice like a boss. Oh, I remember what we gotta do. Ah! You suck. Rolling thing, you suck. And I think I may have just been saved by invincibility frames for a second there. Just gotta take the statue in so that we can progress. Not hard, pretty basic puzzle solving. And here's more creepy tiny spiders. And also some armors. I guess we could use ranged weapons to take these guys out, but I don't want to waste all the arrows to take them out with the bow, so I'm going to use the claw shot even though it's harder to hit them. Ah! Looks like we get a reward for killing all of them again. Fair enough. They will respawn when we come back in later, but at least we've gotten the chest. I don't know why I always break all the pots, but I guess it's just my OCD Zelda playing. Really OCD everything playing. And a purple rupee that won't fit in our wallet. Yeah, between episodes I'm kind of tempted to leave in a... I'll use Uku so I can return to the correct room. Maybe I'll show off using Uku, but not show off me actually going and giving away my rupees, because that's kind of boring. And these 2 guys are annoying me. Oh, I hit one of them once. These enemies are basically designed for you to use the backslice on them, and yet it doesn't work. And he hit me with his hammer while he was doing his berserk thing. Or, actually, it looks... yeah, I guess it is a hammer. It's more sort of wide and blunt. I don't know. It's all semantics, basically. It doesn't really matter whether it's a hammer or an axe. Bloop. And that gate opened up. Not 100% sure what... oh, right, that's the... yeah. Not 100% sure what the switch is for. This giant bell-like thing is down. Ah! I sense a mini-boss. I sense a mini-boss in the Force. Also another giant bell thing. Those are everywhere in this dungeon, aren't they? Ah, there's a little skylight there. An oculus, in fact. And there's the statue! That's very important. Believe it or not, oculus is a real architectural term. It was in the Roman Pantheon. Look it up, folks. Oh hey, the suit of armor's alive. A suit of armor with someone in it? Blasphemy, that's only happened like once in the entire game. This is a Dark Nut. Dark Nuts are probably the strongest non-boss enemies you will fight. Their sword attacks do a lot of damage. I'm not sure exactly how much. Might be like 1 heart per hit. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get hit by one. But they're a good opportunity to unload hidden skills. But basically you want to hit them before and after they attack is the best time. But they can knock you off balance even if you shield against their attacks. Which can make it hard to get good timing. And as you hit them, their armor falls off. What you gonna do, boy? Ah, crap, I meant to... see, a lot of times I try to shield attack, and it spins. That's one little issue with the controls in this game. Not quite enough timing, or not quite right timing. There we go. Shield attacked. Once you weaken him enough, he'll drop his shield, and then shed his last piece of armor. He'll throw the big sword, and pull out the smaller one. And I actually think he's harder in this stage, but basically he adopts a more agile fighting style. He becomes pretty difficult to hit. He'll block with that sword. Just got lucky there. I'm doing a pretty good job of fighting this guy. Later we'll have opportunities to fight multiple at once, and that's really difficult. Yeah, I actually think he's harder when he's faster like this. But basically, just powerful hits will knock him off balance and give you an opportunity to hit. And if you can dodge right, you can also hit, like right after he delivers an attack. But I find his stabs very hard to dodge sometimes. No. See, the thing is, while a jump attack will knock him off balance, he'll often be able to dodge it. But there we go, I finally defeated him. Jeez, almost makes you feel sorry for him. Almost. Oh, no heart container, because he was not a full-on boss. But that gate opened, letting us get to this chest. This is pretty exciting. We have a competitor with the spinner for the #1 wasted potential item in the game, the Dominion Rod. This mystical artifact breathes life into ancient statues. Set it to B on the minus screen, use the Wii remote to aim the cursor, and press B to swing the rod. Statues that have received its light and been filled with life will move like their master. In the same vein as the spinner, this is an item that is really, really cool when you get to use it, but not really that useful, because you pretty much only use it in this dungeon. You need to have areas designed around its use, because it's only any use when there are these statues handy. And these statues are really just in this dungeon. But basically, the rest of this dungeon is going to kind of revolve around us trying to get this big statue back to the main room. But that will wait until the next episode of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Goodbye from the Nufferdog.